Yo, 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 yo. What's going on, everybody? Almost time for some Mario Kart. Very excited to see what they have to show for us today. I'm going to be interested to see if they're able to justify that price point like they said they will. We shall see. All right, folks. Well, I'm super excited about this one. I hope we get some good news. You know, I hope we get some stuff that is exciting and makes us all like feel like they're not just blowing smoke, right? That like they've got something significant to justify these heftier price points. We'll see. I have my doubts, but I've doubted Nintendo before. What up, Ryan? Good morning, bud. How you doing? Alrighty, I'm just going to shoot this link out to everybody. We'll see who else is around to come and hang. Chuy's supposed to join me today, but I have not heard from him. I'm worried he may he may have overslept. Well, that's all right. Good morning, Anton. How you doing today, buddy? We'll see. Hopefully my man makes it. All right, folks. So what are we hoping to see today? We got 15 minutes. They've been telling us, wait till you get to the direct. When you see the direct, that's when you're going to understand why this game costs so much, why it's going to be so revolutionary, that there's stuff we still don't understand about it. What is that? What does that look like to you today? My kind of working theories are that either we're looking at a situation where there will be like post-launch content, and that's part of what they're accounting for, that we'll have like, a year or two of DLC or something like that. Or that maybe there's like a robust single-player mode that we're not aware of. Maybe some kind of like a more advanced online like rank system. There's got to be something, right, that adds that depth. Those are just what I could come up with, though. I don't know. It's an interesting one. Anton, I am doing pretty good. I'm glad to hear that you're doing good, buddy. I am pretty jazzed about the situation this morning. I love a Nintendo Direct Day, It's tough to beat. All right, I'm going to go out on a limb and say I think Chuy is not going to make it. I have no idea. He's usually very punctual. He must have overslept. That's all right. Hopefully he's able to check it out. Ryan says, just show me an awesome open world that will keep me busy for about 15 hours. I think you'll get that much at the very least. I'll tell you what, while we're talking shop here, I am pretty stoked about a couple little things we got set up behind the scene. I've been doing some work to overhaul our live setup and everything, and we got some new tools that we're going to be rolling out, and I'm pretty excited. So that's another good thing that's been going on this week. It's been a lot of fun. We running late here? Oh, no. Okay, my clock's just early. It's interesting. This is another one where they like. It's odd that there's no wait music, right? Like, shouldn't they just have the Nintendo music, like little applet kind of ad for everything? All right, I'll tell you what. I'm gonna leave the room open, so if Chuy jumps on, he'll be able to get in. But we'll see what happens there. Hey, what's going on, Shitty Foo? Good morning. Morning for me. Let's go! Everybody dance with me. It's a little maracas action.
Drivers, start your engines. Welcome to the Mario Kart World game, available exclusively on the Nintendo Switch 2 system. What kind of races await you? In Mario Kart World, you'll aim for first place in each Grand Prix. But why stop there? Across cities, plains, a desert, and even the ocean, you can drive virtually everywhere in this fully interconnected world. Races are held on courses scattered throughout various regions that span this world, and you can freely drive between them. There's a lot in store, and we're only at the starting line. Let's introduce some of the courses that are waiting for you.
I really like the boss
Here we
concept.
go.
I think that's really interesting.
Courses are found throughout the world, inspired by their surrounding region. Let's take a look at some of the new courses to explore. Ride the ridges and roads on Mario Brothers Circuit. And cruise the curves around the canyon. You can't miss it. See the sights and structures of Crown City. You can even soar in style down Main Street. Drift along the rapid waterways of Salty Speedway and make a splash around the city's canals. Stay cool in the snowy trails of Starview Peak. Just don't slip off while soaking up the scenery. Have a spirited showing at the ghostly movie theater Boo Cinema.
Oh my God! It's
whole new
Vampire
kind of drive-in
Waluigi.
theater.
Yo, iconic.
And in addition to lots of new courses, there's Toad's Factory.
I really like the little costumes. I think that's a
Peach
cute touch.
Beach,
Peach.
Wario Shipyard, and more.
Damn, I like these spooky
Nostalgic
ones.
courses from past titles are also here. But now they're reimagined and spread throughout the world, where races can happen during the day or at night. Race has
Everyone
familiar
is
characters
here.
like Mario, Luigi, Peach,
Wait, they got Luigi?
Bowser, and Yoshi. Plus, new drivers like Goomba, Spike, and that's right, Cow. Even more new racers.
They knew
are
they were
waiting
onto
and
something
ready
with
to
the
roll.
cow.
Select your character. Choose your vehicle.
I really love their
then
little
you're off
costumes.
to the
They're
races.
so cute.
Characters and vehicles each have different stats, so make sure to find the combo that best suits you. There are two main styles of race revving up in this world.
They had me
Grand
at
Prix
cow.
and Knockout Tour. In both modes, up to 24
Look at
drivers
Wario's
can
little bee
participate.
costume.
The most in series history.
This is too
Your
cute,
rivals
man.
aren't the only hazards you'll need to avoid on the road. Look out for cars that shoot bullet bills, attacks from Hammer Brothers, and other obstacles along the way. Try to steer clear. And now, get ready for Grand Prix with Mushroom Cup, Flower Cup, Star Cup, and more. Grand Prix races are held all around the game's world. You'll race through 4 different courses in each cup and aim for the top spot. In Mushroom Cup, you'll start off racing around Mario Brothers Circuit.
So I'm not mad that they're doing like a general overview, but it is a little interesting to me that like
Round City.
We've learned all this information.
This
is the 3rd time they've told us
You'll need to drive yourself to the next course in Grand Prix.
What's the new stuff?
So don't sleep at the wheel. And if you conquer all Grand Prix Cups, rumor has it that a certain colorful course will appear.
Rainbow Road, baby.
Next up is a new mode, Knockout Tour. From Golden Rally to Ice Rally,
This,
and
I think,
more.
is the one that sounds
These
the most fun to
extended
me.
races take
I
you
know
from one
Chuy
end
said
of the
this was
world
really
to
fun
the
in
other.
this preview.
Get ready for a sprint. But you've got to place if you want to stay in the race. Speed towards checkpoints throughout the world. If you don't make the cut, you're out of the running.
I'll tell you what, I'm really in the mood to
Buckle
play
up.
some Mario
The
Kart.
competition gets more intense
Watching
as
this
you
is like
close in on the checkpoints. You've got
I
to
have
drive
the
to
itch,
survive in Knockout
you know?
Tour. So keep your eyes on the prize and aim for first place.
I'm the winner.
Items can drastically change the outcome of a race.
Look at
Here are
Peach's
some
little
new
sun
items
hat.
that'll help you out. Coin shell. When you throw a coin shell,
That's
coins will
cool.
appear. Now's your chance to grab them. Just don't let your rivals cash in first. Ice flower. With the ice flower, you can freeze out rivals and send them spinning. Hammer. Aim the hammer in an arc and nailed it. Hammers also stay on the course for a short time.
That's
and can
really
be used
cool.
to block off rivals. Mega Mushroom.
That has a lot of
With
utility.
the Mega Mushroom, go big, so
Oh,
your
shit.
rivals will go home. Feather. Use the feather to jump up and avoid attacks. You may even discover some unexpected routes. Comic. With Comic's magic, your rivals will transform. What other mysterious effects will happen?
Oh no.
You'll have to see for yourself. The lower your placement, the more likely you are to find items that'll turn the tables. So when you get items, go for it. And if you're new to the Mario Kart series,
I really love his
there
little
are added
dance.
support features to help you along the way. These include smart steering, which helps you stay on the course. Tilt controls, where you can hold a Joy-Con 2 controller horizontally and use motion controls to steer. And if you have the Joy-Con 2
Joy-Con
wheel, you
wheel.
can feel like you're really driving. Ooh, how about a quick break? A snack sounds good right about now. Hey, look, it's a drive-thru. Here at Yoshi's, you can grab an order to go. Dash food. Take a bite and you can unlock outfits inspired by your meal. Eat some sushi and whoa, nice threads. Once
Yeah,
unlocked,
yo, these
these
are
outfits
so
can be
cute.
selected from the character
Look at
selection screen.
Yoshi.
Who knows what dishes or outfits you'll find? Make a pit
Oh, this
stop
is awesome.
and check out these drive-thrus all around the world. That was a nice detour.
I wonder if you can start
Now let's get
levels with
back to the
certain
action.
costumes, or if you can only get them live, like in the moment. Oh my God, Luigi's little striped shirt.
Let's introduce some new tricks that'll help you ace each race. Charge jump. You can now use a charge jump by holding the drift
This
button
is
while
so
driving
interesting.
straight ahead. charge, and release
This
to
is
jump.
the thing Chuy was mentioning about. You can basically just get a speed up
Use this to
anytime.
leap over
You can use this
obstacles.
for like dodges and stuff.
Grind along
Very,
power lines.
very interesting.
And dodge attacks from your rivals. And if you jump toward a wall,
Oh my
you
God,
can
the
wall ride
ostrich.
for a short period of time. Chain some tricks together, and you may even reach places like this. Ah, so close. Almost there.
Ah,
Whenever
dang.
this happens, be kind and rewind. This will return your vehicle to its original position. Nice, made it. This can come in handy when mapping out how to best approach a course. Keep in mind, though, your rivals will still move normally when you rewind, so don't
Oh,
lose your lead.
whoa, okay. I like that, actually. That's
Want
cool.
to take a spin in even more races? In time trials, it's you against the clock. Here, you can race without any other
Oh
competitors.
my God, I want this Famicom hat he's wearing
And
so bad.
If you go online, you can
What a
download
hit.
and compete against ghost data from racers around
Yeah, the wall running
world.
looks really fun, huh? Very interested to oop,
Customize the rules
very
of the
interested
road
to see
in
how
versus
they are
race.
able to work that into the level design.
You can use the
you know?
classic rule set of running 3 laps within the same course, or you can choose to drive the distance from one
Nice.
course to another.
Okay, cool.
You
I was
can
wondering
even
what
take
the
road
situation-
less
like, if you'd have the
traveled and choose
option to
routes
go
that
the
aren't in Grand Prix
quote-unquote
or
traditional
Knockout
route.
Tour. Up to 24
Ooh.
drivers can now compete in 2, 3, or even 4 teams.
I like that. 4 teams is cool.
Group up and get ready to put the pedal to the metal. Next up, Battle Mode. Pop off locally or online in Balloon Battle. Use items to burst your rivals' balloons. Pop them all and your rivals out.
I love Battle
Coin
Mode.
Runners, where you can go for the gold by collecting the most coins. Race or battle, enjoy whatever drives you.
Oh no. Here we go. Open world, right?
When you're not racing, you can enjoy free roam and go wherever your heart takes you. No roads? No problem. Ride the rivers. See the seas.
Wow. Pretty.
Drive the desert. Or jump off from way up here. You can go wherever you like, even to the edges of the world. Hey, there's a P-switch over there. Hit hundreds of P-switches you find across the world to start missions. By completing them, you can hone your driving ability outside of races.
Okay.
There are also hidden coins, hidden panels, and more. So take the scenic route and explore.
That all sounds fun,
Also,
but I don't
during free roam, you can take
don't know how-
photos whenever you like.
deep that it, you know? I don't know.
Strike a pose. Look at the camera. Choose a frame to decorate, and nice. That one's a winner. If one person has Mario Kart World, up to 4 players can race in split screen on the same system.
That's really nice. That's
The
great
game
for families.
also supports local wireless play. Up
I'm
to
excited
8
to be able to
players
get-
with up to 2 players
Damn,
on each system
cool.
can race together this way.
That's nice.
And up to 24 players from around the world can join a race or battle in online play. This may look like free roam, but this is where you'll wait while your friends join you.
So far, like, everything
Looks like
we're seeing is
someone's arrived.
good. This game still looks fun, but nothing
You can
really
meet up with
different
your
than what
crew
we've seen
anywhere in this world.
previously.
By
I
checking
kind of
the
was
map,
expecting more
you
new
can quickly
information.
see where your friends are and travel to their location.
I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe this is all we're going to get.
Battle or race with custom rules. Or just go for a ride together. Make this road trip your own.
We still got a few minutes,
You can
but
also take photos together along the way, if that's more your speed.
that's cute. Very cute.
With Game Chat, enjoy an expanded experience by talking online with friends. Use the built-in microphone to voice chat while driving together.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Check this out. Nice. Are you kidding me? All right.
Or take a back seat and watch each other's game screens. If you have a Nintendo Switch 2 camera, you can enjoy seeing your friends' reactions while playing together. Who's close by?
I do really like the functionality of this. Just generally, the
Wait,
like
who
little
just
circle
passed
head
me?
thing.
You'll be able
I think
to
that'll be
tell
really
in an
fun
instant.
When
Hey,
I
Michelle
want to play
and Bullseye.
games with my co-hosts and stuff. You know, like it'll be fun for streams and shit.
And when playing together in person on the same system, a single camera can detect up to 4 people's faces. Enjoy the view and get ready to face
Oh, so that's
off
how
with
it
your
does it.
friends.
That's smart. It doesn't have to detect your face. You just place a circle. Wonder if you could do that with like a cat. Get your dog to sit on the couch, stick it on your dog's face. Oh my god, Bouncer in the greaser jacket. These costumes are so good.
A transcontinental race around the world is just around the corner in Mario Kart World, available exclusively on Nintendo Switch 2. A hardware bundle that includes a digital version of Mario Kart World will also be available.
Yeah, I mean, that was a solid direct. But yeah, I mean, what in there was really new information, right? Like it was pretty much just a recap of the content we already knew was there and some deeper dives on controls and stuff like that. I mean, which is cool, but yeah, I mean, yeah, I gotta say, I was expecting a little bit more, which I don't think is unreasonable. Like, I don't think it was. I don't think this is a us having out of whack expectations thing. Like, they very much in those interviews, recently, right? Like, had made multiple statements about how, well, you know, we think that the game is there's so much content and it's so deep that it's worth the money, and that like when you see the direct that you'll have a better idea of, you know, how much it has to offer and everything. And again, like I think it's showing very well. I'm very excited to play this. I'm not down on Mario Kart at all, but I think to say that as a defense for an $80 price point and then show us a direct that is essentially just the same content that we've seen, you know, in the direct and in the Treehouse event. Yeah, I don't know. Like, it definitely, it looks great. I don't think that it has, for me, a visible X factor that like just on its face justifies that $80 price point that, you know, they were very confident in saying that it would. You know, granted, there's still obviously like a lot of time between now and release, and you know there could be other little tidbits here and there, but I think broadly, like, there's not going to be a big surprise, I don't think, between now and when we actually have our hands on it. So, you know, it's definitely not a bad showing, but I think with the context of what they said, it maybe comes off a little bit worse. Chuy in the chat, rip, my stream just caught up after waking up late. No worries, buddy. Ryan says, game looks great, but I was expecting more from this for sure. And Shitty Foo said, like the expanded mechanics, but it might put high-level play beyond casuals, ? Me. I think you'll be okay. I think the strength of most Nintendo games, but Mario Kart generally, I think, has always been, like, easy to pick up, difficult to master, right? And, like, I think that's probably what you'll end up looking at here, right? Where, you know, I don't think that you'll have too much trouble keeping up. Anton says $80 could be justified if all DLC is free. I was really, really hoping that was going to be revealed today. That's an idea I've been kind of floating out since they unveiled that $80 price point, is like, you know, Donkey Kong Bonanza is $70, right? This is $80. Could that be because they have a post-launch plan, right? And that they're going to put out Mario Kart content for a year or 2 years or whatever, right? And that the $80 price point just makes it so that rather than it being like a season pass that they need to try to sell you on later, that you've just paid for that content up front, right? And you're locked in. I think that makes a ton of sense. I think that is a strategy that would not necessarily hit for everybody. I think there are a lot of people that'll still be rubbed the wrong way by that, but I think that would be a tough value prop to argue is not worth it, right? Particularly, you know, when I think the general expectation for season pass DLC like that is like $20, right? You might feel a little bit better about it in that sense. But and yeah, that is the kind of thing that just because they didn't say anything about it today doesn't mean that that's not the case. They could easily have post-launch content that they're just not talking about yet, right? Because, you know, the game's not out. So that one remains to be seen. But yeah, Anton saying they did it with 8 Deluxe, so it's not impossible. Yeah, I think they will have some kind of post-launch content. I think the question in my mind is whether or not it's free, whether or not it's included in that quote-unquote free, whether or not it's included in that $80 price point. Or if we're paying $80 for a premium title, and then we will also pay for DLC and, you know, post-launch content to keep it going. Which, you know, I think depending on how much it is and how much they spread it out, like, that could be okay. If it is like Mario Kart 8, where it's like there's like a wave 1 of DLC that's included, and maybe that's the first year or two, and then maybe a couple years into the life cycle, we get like a wave 2 of DLC that's included in the expansion pack and that sort of thing. I'd be okay with that. But yeah, I don't know. I was expecting an X factor based on that justification that they provided. And now I think it feels a little bit more to me like that explanation feels like marketing speak. You know, that like, oh, you know, we believe that the value is so there, like when you see it, it'll be immediately apparent, right? Rather than being like, oh, they're saying that because there is some additional value proposition, right? Like packed in DLC or something like that, which now it doesn't necessarily seem like that's the case. It kind of just feels like they're talking about like the value coming just from the quality of the experience, right? And like similar to what they said about like Tears of the Kingdom, right? Where they're like, oh, this one's $70 because it's worth $70 and the content is there. And maybe they're just basing this off the idea that like Mario Kart 8 is the best-selling software they've ever released, and that, it's continued to sell over the course of 10 years, and that, that speaks to the overall quality of Mario Kart, and that people are willing to spend a little bit more for it because it's so essential. I don't know that that's a good strategy, but I think that might be what they're thinking. Just because I think when you think about it, there's that like profitability question, right? Of that, like, when you charge a little bit more, right? Like, you can justify a certain number of players like dropping off. That's how PlayStation improved the profitability of PS Plus, was they raised the price. They lost a bunch of subscribers, but the subscribers that they kept were paying more. So that worked out. Netflix did the same thing a couple years ago. So it's like, I'm guessing that that's the thought, is that, yeah, like we'll turn some people off with that price point, but at the end of the day, it won't matter. And I kind of wonder if that's going to be the case. Just because when you consider that Mario Kart 8 sold for so long at that $60 price point, like, I don't know, right? It's like, I guess if it was $10 cheaper, you'd need to sell. Yeah, I don't know. It's like $10 difference. It's like, that does equate to a lot of copies sold. Every 7 copies sold equates to an extra copy sold at that higher price point. But I don't know. It's just like, I wonder if like a few years into the life cycle, if you're a new player, are you going to be willing to spend $80 on a several years old game that people are maybe not playing and talking about as much anymore? I don't know. Everybody in our chat and in our Discord is seeming to like kind of echo the same sentiment. Chuy just said the Direct was really just a recap of everything we knew, plus P-block challenges and rewind. But holy cow, it looks so good in 4K 60 FPS on my TV. It does, and I do dig that. But then Trendy Brendy in the Discord, I'm pulling from over there right now, said, man, I hate being a Debbie Downer, but I kept waiting for the justification for the jump in price point, something like a mission mode or story mode a la Diddy Kong Racing. And they said they put collectibles in the open world and added photo mode. And yeah, I agree. I don't think that they have done enough to justify what they're talking about, right? That it's like, oh, the quality here is so apparent that it justifies being $10 more than any other video game you've ever bought. I don't see that right now. I'm not down on the game. I'm still excited about it. But yeah, that only kind of solidifies my resolve and my desire to get the boxed copy. Sorry, not the box copy, the packed-in copy for $50. Because of that game for $50, I'm gonna be through the roof pleased about that price point, right? But yeah, otherwise, I don't know. I'm with those of you who are underwhelmed, you know. And again, not with the game showing, but like I didn't need a Direct that reiterated the same information I've seen 3 times, right? Like I watched over an hour and a half of footage at the treehouse. If all you were going to do was summarize that information, I would have done this sooner. I wouldn't have built it up. I wouldn't have talked about it in interviews. Because I think all that did was kind of raise our attention towards it, and you know, I don't think that benefited what the game actually had to show, because you know, I think even those of us that are offering that more critical take, nobody's saying the game doesn't look good or fun. We've already seen a bunch of it, right? Like, did we need another 15 minutes that was going to have all this increased pressure on it? I think if anything, like, this is just going to increase the criticism and the conversation about the criticism rather than quieting it and giving us something where we're like, oh, okay, right? Like this is what we needed to see. And I don't think they quite hit that bar. But we shall see, folks. We are, it's already April. We are less than 2 months away from Nintendo Switch 2. And we will have all of those answers and more soon enough. So thank you guys for coming and hanging out with me. It was a short one this morning, but I was really pleased to get to come and hang out and watch it with y'all. I've been really enjoying doing these morning live streams. I'm definitely thinking I'd like to kind of get back in the habit of them. So let me know what kind of stuff you'd like to see me do during these, maybe when we don't have an event to get together and watch. Maybe we'll start doing a little gameplay in the mornings or something over coffee or something like that. So you guys let me know. And I will catch you next time for another one of these boys. But then remember, of course, later today, we'll be recording the Steam Deck podcast. That'll be out for Patreon supporters later today. And then you can catch it tomorrow morning at the regular time. Thanks again, and I will catch you all tomorrow. Peace.